Hey guys, it's me, Tony. I am back. I know it's been a few days. I've been working away. That's why I look so tired, because I had a terrible hotel. But that's by the by. So excuse me looking more tired than normal. So it's a very quick update video to discuss the past, what's been happening over the last 2 weeks, the present, what's happening now, and also what I plan on discussing the next few weeks. Just so you all get a little idea of how I'm doing. And I know a lot of people ask, which I'm grateful for. And there's a thank you video coming up in a minute after this one. And yeah, so these 2 weeks have been tough. Very, 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 very. I couldn't put enough values in it to see how tough it is. I've started to really, really analyze myself. I've started to have to look deep in myself and go, and that needs changing, that needs changing, that I want to work on, that's an issue. And I suppose what this journey is, because I'm throwing everything into it, I'm not doing this by half. I'm not putting 25% in, I'm not putting 50% in, I'm putting 100% into this to break myself down and work out the person I want to become. I need to, almost like Lego, I suppose you could say, I've looked through me and taken them bits out, them issues that have caused me so many problems, that have made me the way I am sometimes. And I just want to rebuild myself as much as possible into a better Tony. And that sounds stupid, but I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it for me. I want to be that confident. I want to be that proud. I want to be that self-esteem. I want them, and I don't want to feel unconfident anymore. I don't want to have no self-esteem anymore. I don't want to be running away from problems anymore. I don't want to feel like I do in the head with my negative thoughts, like thinking normal. Like I think of, like say when I was the first video I ever coded when I was walking, I was like, oh, what happens if I walk into the water and do this? That's not uncommon for me to walk across a bridge and go, oh, I wonder what happens if I trip myself off. Who would care? What would care? What's the point of being here? And I don't want them to be normal thoughts anymore. I don't want that to happen. So, as always, I'm brutally honest on these videos, and that's important for me. Unfortunately, by being brutally honest, obviously everyone gets the right to reply. These videos are totally open, and I can't control who sees it. I can't control when they see it. I can't control how it affects them in any way, shape, or form. And I would never control. I would never control these videos. And the right to reply is opened me up. And I've learned a lot, so much. And these are going to get covered in videos. It's not often, and I don't know how many people are brave enough out there to just sit and go, do it. Just tell me about this and that. And I'm not just talking about from friends. I'm talking about people that I've not wronged in the past, but I've made choices that affected them. And, the consequences, and I've had them tell me how my choices affected them. That's tough to take, because normally when you make a choice, the consequences, you may be involved in them at some point down the line. You probably won't speak to that person and just say, look, just how did that affect you? And while I'm feeling at this stage of how low I feel, it was tough. It's been a really tough 2 weeks. I've struggled hugely. And I couldn't have done it without the support and the emotional support from everyone. And that's why there's a special thank you video going up, because it's incredible. So yeah, to put it bluntly, it's been tough. It's been really, 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 really hard, and I'm struggling with it. That's not to say I don't wish I'd start this journey. It's also not to say that it's going to end anytime soon. It's just to say that I've put 100% in this journey, and I will see it through to the end. However, I didn't expect how hard the beginning start bit would be for me as a person. So, yeah. Anyway, what else have I done? Mindfulness. I've started that now. Mindfulness, for those who don't know, is basically a technique of training your brain to not daydream as much and think about the now. Not the past, not the future, the now. What situation are you in now? If you're sitting in the shower, sit in the shower, why would you do that? Stand in the shower, and I daydream the shower all the time. I'm like, blah, 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 and my head just goes around, 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 and around. It's about training your mind to sit there and go, no, you should be enjoying that moment. You should, the water flowing off you, the sounds, the smells, the atmosphere. Enjoy it. You know, like, it's all about, if you're walking along a path and you see a flower, how often do you stop and smell, you know, the old phrase, and smell the roses? What? No, I don't ever do that. I'm too busy thinking, usually when I'm walking, about something I've either done or about to do in the future, and it's about training your brain. The meditation's all about when you go into them situations, so when you're sitting there wandering off, how you bring your mind back to the present so you can cause yourself less stress. Thinking about the past and the future is very stressful, especially for me. I'm sure if you've had a wonderful past, thinking about the past is wonderful. And also the future, if you can see a lot of good things again, I'm sure it is good for you. However, living in the now is where you are. You're here. So it's all about that. And it's an interesting journey. It's hard to do because it's something I'm not used to. So I'm trying that. That's via an app. And also we've got I've got 2 books. And it's just basically, they're exercise books, which is about helping your mind. And then when you're struggling in the future, you can look through that book and just go, oh, yeah, okay, I can be grateful for that, or I can see that, or that exercise might help, or whatever. And that's an interesting journey. I'm kind of enjoying that in a way, I suppose. It's tough, but I'm kind of enjoying it. So that's happened. Last Saturday, I was in such a good mood. I was feeling really positive. By Sunday night, I thought, you know what? It's coming up Sunday, hard day, next hard week coming up. I'm going to grab a cider or 2. I had 2 ciders and my mood just went down. My mood became terrible. I felt so down and deflated. It was unbelievable. So alcohol is now off the menu for the moment while I'm getting through this. And as we all know, alcohol is a depressant. And when you're already feeling, there's nothing worse than then adding something in the system which makes you feel even more like that. And that's what it did for me. And yeah, so that is kind of something I'm working on now. It's something I can't afford. I can't afford to feel that down again. I had such a good week. On Saturday, I actually went outside in my glasses. Was it Saturday or Sunday? It might have been Sunday. Anyway, I went out in my glasses and yeah, it was Sunday. And that's unlike, it's first for me to just go out, head up, proud as anything, and walk in a straight line and not look down in the ground when I have my glasses on. That's what I normally do, look down the ground, and I won't look anyone in the eyes. I looked everyone in the eye, and I got on my daily business in my glasses. You know what? No one cared. Nobody cared at all. I was wearing glasses. It was brilliant. I felt really happy after that I could do that, and that was a big personal achievement. So that's kind of what's been happening. Basically break myself down into a pile of ash on the floor. Will I rise? I hope so. I need to. I'm going to. I wore my glasses. Alcohol's gone. And the support from you guys has been awesome, as will be covered in the next video. So the present, as I said, I'm going through a bit of a tough time at the moment due to certain circumstances, which I can't talk about because they're too recent. However, the right to reply may or may not come one day or whatever I say in the videos. However, that's something I'm going to get over, and that's something that is for a later day, so we'll just say that. However, I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. I don't feel like I could really get too much lower, so I can only say it's up from here. I hope so. And right now, that's how I'm feeling. And finally, the future. There's going to be a few videos this week covering subjects from the difference between needing and wanting, relationships, suicide, one major core issue which I've discovered is definitely emotional support is a subject that's going to be covered hugely. It's going to be very, very hard for me to cover, and I don't even know how to begin to cover it because it's going to be so hard to do. However, I think I'm very close to identifying, if not identified, my core issue in life. If I can get through this, the rest will hopefully fall into place, and it needs discussed. So, got a couple of videos coming over the weekend. They're going to be discussing bloody tough subjects. They're going to be really hard to do, but they need doing. So that is what's happening. So that was it was a bit longer than I expected an update video to be, but I just want to fill you in where I am, what's happening, and where I'm at. But I hope to see you all more. I hope you all smile, and I hope you're still enjoying this journey with me. And I'll catch you later. Goodbye.